But it's like them that should never been trying to kick it down the line of green.
He said he about to try to find line of green. Hey, he said he wanted some Ninja Turtle. He got stuffed in one of them shells. For a line of green.
$10 to cost him his whole hustle career. Everything he worked hard for, the cost lost all $10.
However, in a world where some individuals do this without having any genuine commitment to the cause, this certainly wasn't the case with Lil Jeff. In fact, he didn't even seem to care if he—
all that for a line of green.
Tuesday made me do it.
Welcome back to Real Spill with Tuesday. Smash that like, smash that subscribe, finish that bell. And today, we got Bloodhound Lil Jeff in our vicinity. And we about to get into another reaction. So, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's get into the video.
reputation has always mattered in hip-hop. If you say something, there's a sense that you need to be able to say it verifiably, but it seems like this is only unique to rappers. After all, it's not like anyone asked Freddie Mercury of Queen, Tom Jones, or Johnny Cash if they really killed people when they claimed they caught bodies on songs. Yet, in the warped world of drill music, the more dirt you do, the more lucrative your rap career becomes. However,
and it's crazy, cause it really ain't about the money no more. The money just add a different perspective and flash to it to eye catch consumers. But yeah, the drilling has, the drilling is where it's at now. I ain't gonna lie, they made a lane for it. It ain't about the money, about how many hats you got, how many bodies you got, and what you're saying, is it true? It's still the lane for other stuff, but yeah, the drilling is raising the stats, man, for sure.
However, there's two sides to becoming infamous, because while it may bring you success in the short term, the notoriety of being a famous shooter makes you an even bigger target in the streets, and might mean that you aren't around to savor the work you put in to make your life better. And for this Chi-Town gangster, he was too far gone to ever be redeemed. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the horrifying story of Bloodhound Lil Jeff, the drill rapper who took out 11 people before passing on in just as violent a fashion himself. Raised by a single mother in Chi-Town, Jeffrey Harris never had it easy. In fact, he was almost capped inadvertently at the age of 14 when his house was shot up due to his older brother's own gang ties. Meanwhile, his father, who wasn't around, allegedly—
Hey, bro, look like Arthur for real. Bro ain't no just saying fuck that shit, man. Bro ain't no jumping on the porch and doing whatever you want to do, living GTA style, you dig?
had ties to 068 C Block. Hailing from 79th Street and Maryland Avenue on the east side, this is Black Disciples territory. And eventually, Jeff threw caution to the wind when his dreams of basketball were over.
I was 16. I was trying to play basketball, but that's around the time I ain't make the varsity team. So at 16 was when I was realizing this shit real. I don't know what the f I'm gonna do. Cause you know, after that point, it's like once you don't make that team, it's over.
Left with no direction, he soon found himself in the waiting arms of gang life. Founded in 2015 as an offshoot of gangs known as Braindead and Drill City 079, Lil Jeff swore allegiance to the Bloodhound crew when he hopped off the porch at the age of 18. Pitted against enemies like BKN, Trap City—
18, bro. Bro did hot out the porch at 18, man. Like, Jay decided he gonna goddamn go full-fledged.
800, and the 8-Tray Mob, among others. Jeff put the same level of dedication he once gave to his hoop dreams to terrorizing his ops. From his earliest days as an affiliate, he flagrantly waved guns, bragged about robberies, and insisted he wasn't scared of anyone.
I'm gonna show y'all who just got his ass cooked. That nigga in the comment mad. Him right there. It wasn't him, but it was his number. I'm gonna show y'all. Look,
First he had on.
it's him right here. Ooh,
Now
I see his
50,
head. He ain't had none of this shit.
What a burst was that?
Man, look, we
rolling.
exposing this nigga, cuz. Show that dick.
We got an AP already, Stone.
I'm having my way in Chicago, Illinois.
Now we got
Hey, this shit crazy, bro. Hey, man. Just know, man, you can be in the food chain, man. I mean, niggas want to flex their jewelry, they watches, and all the money they done made. Just know when them folks get on your ass, boy, just know you bring it on yourself.
We got another road.
Hey man, get them people their shit back. Like
Them that should never been trying to kick it down the line of green.
He said he about to try to find a line of green. Hey, he said he wanted some Ninja Turtle. He got stuffed in one of them shells. For a line of green.
$10 that cost him his whole hustle career. Everything he worked hard for, it cost lost all $10.
However, in a world where some individuals do this without having any genuine commitment to the cause, this certainly wasn't the case with Lil Jeff. In fact, he didn't even seem to care if he
all that for a line of green. Hey man, if you seen kill Lil Bro though, he ain't kill him, bro.
got imprisoned, considering he literally attempted a drill on IG Live.
Tell that bitch tweak.
Despite his young age and lack of experience, Jeff quickly became a key player in the game. The turning point came when his close confidant Z-Money was taken out in what was believed to be a backdooring hit. This killing shattered a decade-long truce between Bloodhound and Trap City, igniting an all-out war. For Jeff, this was a pivotal moment, the point where he officially declared open season on his enemies.
I'm taking to killing school. Class start next week. You gotta at least have 2 bodies though. For I ain't coming with no. If you ain't got shit, I can't work with no beginners.
You
gotta at least have a 2. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minimum. I'm gonna start at 2 minimum cause y'all know why I'm gonna start at 2 minimum. Now I'm just doing it for a tradition. I'm gonna start at 2 minimum, man. 2, you gotta have a minimum of 2. No, anything, you gotta have 2. You gotta have a minimum of 2 of them bitches to come to school. You gonna sit your dumb ass in this seat and whatever I say, do it. If you do anything scary, bitch, I'm smoking.
Within a matter of months, Jeff would allegedly rack up 10 bodies, even commemorating this grim milestone with a tattoo. Some of their identities are still debated, with names like Lil Gutta from Hit Squad, Clay and Crew from A-Tray, and a 33-year-old known as Black from the Evans Mob, frequently mentioned by so-called Chiracologists. However, there are some that Jeff did his utmost to prove that he did, while stopping short of handing himself to the cops. First off, there was the murder of Trap City's Leal. In June of 2023, Leal got into a lift on the 1300 block of West Taylor in Little Italy when Bloodhound pulled up and unleashed gunfire, leaving him dead on arrival at the hospital. In the aftermath, the driver Robert Smith opened up about the horrendous attack.
Smith says he hit the gas when someone standing outside of the car started shooting. He rushed going to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
I was running stop signs at intersections to get away. So at one intersection I had to stop because there was a car coming through, and then I turned to him and said, hey,
he seen that boy got active on site.
to take you to the hospital. And he said, okay. Then the next time I stopped, I had to stop at a light because there was 2 cars coming through the intersection, so I couldn't run it immediately. And I looked back then, and he wasn't moving anymore.
Although no arrests were officially made, Lil Jeff hopped online immediately to claim responsibility.
Go ask my ops that Michael Drake put shit in park. Go ask my ops that Michael Drake his ass ain't making fuck. Go ask my ops that Michael Drake his ass ain't get out that car. You know that? I was right there, you know that?
And from there, he continued to antagonize his foes by reenacting the scene for his own amusement.
Go, bitch, we sent shit up. When I ran up on that car, his ass looked up and he...
While this brutal crime cemented his reputation, his most infamous act came on January 26th, 2024. The double murder of 2 high school students, who go by the name of Montario Monty Williams and Robert Lil Rob Boston, which were both members of rival gang BKN. Reportedly, the tensions were prompted by an attempted robbery that he escaped.
Have someone ever tried to take like some of your belongings from you?
Now listen, I ain't gonna lie. A nigga did run off on me before. I will tell you that. Yeah. Niggas did what they did.
What, he zeroed you on the move or something?
Yeah, basically.
That happens to the best of us, brother. We done all been finesse.
Yeah, his ass ran off and it wasn't about shit.
We done all been finesse, bro.
True.
That's what comes with the streets.
We done all took some L's before. No cap. Yeah.
Shit wasn't about nothing at all. I'm talking about at all.
Believing BKN to be responsible, Lil Jeff swore to get his revenge. On that fateful day in 2024, Monty and Lil Rob were outside Innovations High School when masked assailants hopped out and let off shots. After they were both hit multiple times in the chest, Monty and Lil Rob died at 17 and 6.
Bro. Those folks young as hell. You feel me? Out there about to get their ass stretched. For real, getting blitzed off the real. Doing shit, but the shit coming back to you, no cap. Look at it, it don't even matter. It don't even matter how old you is. Look at this nigga right here, bruh. Bro look like he about 9, about to get his ass fried for real.
16 respectively. These killings shocked Chicago in terms of both the scale of the broad daylight assault and the age of the victims.
Under this CTA elevated platform near Wabash and Washington in the Loop, where police say 2 teen boys, a 16 and 17-year-old, both students at Innovations High School.
Then it crazy cause they really what the culture pushing. That drill culture shit, you know, I don't listen to drill music, but this what drill culture pushing on. You feel me? Like younger and younger, destroying. Some of these labels only sign niggas like this. Cause bro, they got life insurance policies on these niggas, so they give a nigga what 50,000, some P's. They letting them do streamings, they put them on platforms, they getting the fame, they getting the name. Really ain't even tripping about no money. They getting the fame and the name. You feel me? They get whacked out here. What? You 50,000? What? You got a 350, 500K goddamn life insurance policy on them? The label, so it's all profit. These niggas turning themselves into a profit. Crazy they can't see the bigger play, but hey, it's just what it is. Called the culture of making it that for sure.
School were shot and killed, fear piercing through the busy midday.
We was supposed to get out of that for 12:50, and then they started shooting. They was like, can't nobody go in, can't nobody come out.
It happened shortly before 12:30 this afternoon. Police say 6 students were walking out of the school after classes were dismissed when a car and SUV, both dark in color, pulled up.
And a group of individuals exited said vehicles, fired multiple times, striking 2 of the teenage students of Innovations High School.
But for Jeff, it was just another thing for him to boast about.
I feel if I get mad enough, the shit will start happening. I went black for like a week, and poof. Gotta go after that one. Poof. I came back. Poof. I don't let them niggas though.
Elsewhere, in his newly launched rap career, Lil Jeff made reference to turning Za into Za, referring to another moniker for.
Say when I done killed 2 young ass niggas. That's crazy. Them nigga probably still a virgin, man. They don't kill 2 virgins.
Monty.
That's crazy, bro.
Suddenly, Jeff became a rising name in Chicago, and as he transitioned into music, his notoriety only fueled his buzz. But with his growing legend came an ever-expanding list of enemies. While he's often recognized as a rapper, it's important to note that Lil Jeff's music career was incredibly short-lived. His earliest tracks like Can't Beat Us only surfaced about 2 years ago, but with his name now carrying weight both in the streets of Chicago and on Reddit as an active shooter, his Stepping in Blood mixtape soon got immensely popular. Soon enough, he was getting calls for interviews where he became cryptic about the exact activities he was up to on the streets.
Cause they said Bloodhound Lil Jeff got 10 bodies. I said, okay, well he can't be in Iraq then. This nigga must be, you feel me? In the UK. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to get to know the
he right in the middle of it where it's all at, cause these niggas ain't paying for no killings. These niggas killing they selves. These niggas ain't paying for no hits, bruh. These niggas doing the hits for sure.
Bloodhound Lil Jeff story today. Can you start by telling us where you from?
Chicago, I know it. East side of Chicago. East side of Chicago.
However, it's clear that he leaned into the image whenever he got the chance.
So, okay, so you got this reputation, man. You got this crazy reputation.
Shit.
Feel me? How do you move through Chicago? Do you feel like you probably got a target on your back?
Hell nah, these niggas scared, man. I'm outside every day, they ass ducking. I never see people on live dropping my low, showing their ass where I'm at.
And then, bro, you talking about niggas scared, bro. It's just, niggas feel just like you. So your odds just like you, your odds ain't playing. You dead cause you ain't really respecting it. You ain't really respecting it. That's why your ass ain't here no more. And then at the end of the day, this is about surviving skills, bro. Like, a lot of these niggas ain't got no surviving skills. They want to show their arts where they at. They want to FaceTime their arts, provoke their arts, which is crazy cause it's just a blood sport to you young niggas, I guess, man. Which is crazy, bro. 90 babies would never move like that, bro.
Be outside every day. I be from up everywhere you could think of.
Soon, Lil Jeff's legend continued to expand, with speculation growing that he wasn't solely active in Chicago. In both his own music and that of his allies like Lil Scoom, there were lyrics hinting at him and Q50 operating as hitmen.
It's wild. And then the even more crazy thing about Jeff and Q50 is that, allegedly they were doing hits for money in another city. So there's a whole bunch of lyrics that they've got talking about, I'm in Milwaukee taking hits for hits for paper, doing hits for change. And only since my documentaries came out, there's been a new theory on Reddit that there's basically was a triple homicide in Milwaukee that people are saying, yo, this is the one where Jeff and Q50, they were paid to kill one guy and they ended up killing 3 guys. And then there's a bunch of lyrics where Jeff and Q50 have these little bars where they're talking about, my first hit was a 2 for 1. I'm in Milwaukee doing hits for the change. My first hit wasn't a regular hit. It's actually crazy. These guys are taking it to a whole nother level, and you can tell that they idolize Von.
As wild as it sounds, this theory was backed by Jeff appearing in Milwaukee rappers' music videos, along with artists like K-Rax paying tribute to him on Instagram.
Free Bears for life.
Although he believed the city was beyond saving, Lil Jeff insisted that no matter how much success he gained as a rapper, Chicago was the only place for him as long as he had unfinished business.
How can we make Chicago a better place?
You can't. This shit fucked up. Yeah, that's how. If you what you could do for now is just mind your business and just that's it. Just stay in your own lane. That's all you can do. But it's fucked up. I ain't this shit fucked up. You just gotta get the fuck on. If you can move, go on here and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know you aspire to move one day once you.
No.
No?
I ain't ducking my shit, boy.
Then you wanna stay?
I love the record, boss. I'm gonna move one day, but not right now.
Yeah.
I got shit going on.
But no matter how ruthless he seemed, Jeff wasn't as cold-hearted as he made himself out to be. Beneath the tough exterior, it was clear that he was self-medicating to cope with the trauma of his lifestyle. At one point, he was even seen snorting a perk mid-interview.
And I see you over there, you getting something together.
This ain't about shit, no attention.
We ain't never seen that on DJ UTV before.
Man, there's a lot of shit trying to have.
He said we ain't never seen that on DJ UTV. Her birthday hit that perk. That perk going to my brain instantly. Bro, that shooting his gun, he ain't thinking about shit. He ain't thinking about no where else and what he need to kill me or what my mama gonna think, what my folk gonna think, how many years I get breast sniffing that perk. Bruh, activated, bruh. Hit his stroke ASAP. Like, bruh, ain't even think about shit. Like, bruh gonna kill. For real, bruh gonna do it to you.
Seeing he was on the fast track to destruction, some interviewers, such as DJ U, attempted to advise him. But being young and reckless, he wasn't really trying to hear it.
If a student graduates from this school, their future probably not looking too bright.
What you trying to say?
I'm saying there's only two places they can.
Hey DJ, you about to get clapped on camera, bro. You talking about DJ U? Hey, I don't watch DJ U, but bro, you tripping. Alright, you better watch next word carefully, bro.
My future not looking bright.
I mean, I don't know if you graduate from the school or not. I don't know.
It's like, man, just look, is my future looking bright or not?
But I'm just saying, if you graduate from...
If DJ U had a chain on, boy, your ass would have never made it out the interview, I'm telling you, boy. No, young nigga would have took your chain, DJ U.
I'm a killer school.
He trying to say my shame.
No, you're a rapper, so your future looks very bright. But if a young man go to a killer school, you know.
I'm a rapper and have a bright future. See, there you go. Bank up.
Money and be well.
Exactly, he could do a lot. Listen, that shit come with more. Listen, there's a lot of shit behind the scenes that I can't tell you, and that's why I'm trying to skip questions, cause I can't come on. Trying to skip the question.
Right.
Get the fuck on from this shit.
Besides, Lil Jeff had a pretty cynical outlook for someone who was barely even old enough to drink. For one thing, he was scarily at peace with the prospect of his demise, but the alleged mass murderer claimed that if he did go down, there'd be vengeance.
They say I'm dead, tell them to get back. Oh no, they still finna go spin for me though. They still finna spin for me. That boy hell got caught in rap, dead or not. Folks say he still finna go spin for me. Whoever did that tell me we spinning on y'all that.
Throwing away souls like dirty napkins is crazy. Talking in pre-death is wild. At least he was prepared to go. Clearly, Bloodhound Lil Jeff wasn't scared of going down in a blaze of infamy. In fact, it appeared that he felt there was no way around it once you entered that life. In this sense, Jeff shared the same mindset as one of his rap idols, King Von.
Somebody killed. Nigga got a contract with death. That's what this is. This ain't nothing but a contract with death, bro. You feel me? Like, niggas out here doing shit, though. I guess niggas just choose that. Nigga that choose that lane like you choose any other lane. Like, you can choose this lane out there. Just like a nigga can choose to go to work. Niggas just choosing this lane, them pistols, man. For real, cause you know it coming. You feel, you know it coming, bro. Nigga gonna goddamn get you, for sure. Man, it's gonna always be a nigga who you least suspect is gonna goddamn do it to you. You doing it to everybody else, but nigga gonna clap your ass just like that.
Kill somebody, everybody got family, somebody relate to him or somebody cool with him, you kill him. Not everybody that he was close with is trying to kill.
Von died on some bully shit. Von was trying to bully some niggas. He ain't know that was the day. Right there. Lil Tim got on his ass, you feel me? They want to say Lil Tim, they don't want to say police did it. But anyway, it don't even matter, bruh. The nigga was just on some bully shit. Got his life taken the same day. You know what I'm saying? He too greedy to trying to goddamn get in on everything. You feel me? Niggas don't know how to fall back. That's how a lot of get money niggas get in situations. Cause you can get money out here, but if you too greedy, if you gotta be in every play, every room, making money, if you gotta, oh man, I need that, I need. That's how you end up in situations, for sure.
Kill you, it's a never ending. Or they gonna kill. Let's kill somebody close to them.
Right. Hey, how does that end? How y'all stop that?
It don't stop until everybody, all the people that playing the game, is gone. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's the last man standing. It's either you gonna be in jail, you gonna die, or you getting lucky around this bitch.
Primed to keep pushing as long as he could, Lil Jeff would never back down nor retreat. So when things went left, those in the know saw it as a foregone conclusion. Inevitably though, if you knew Jeffrey, yes, inevitably. And sure enough, in the same year that he was catapulted to fame, Lil Jeff would be taken out of the picture. Considering how much dirt he did in the streets towards his rivals, Lil Jeff was already firmly on their most wanted list. But the situation escalated when he was caught in Trap City during an attempted drill. After chasing his enemies into their own territory, Jeff stormed into a house, aiming to take out an op, only to catch a bullet to the chest. And although he was rushed to the hospital, it was a little too late, as he was pronounced dead on arrival. The crime scene noted that a male victim, John Doe, was near a sidewalk when he was struck in the chest by gunfire.
Crazy.
The victim was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. There are no suspects in custody. A large number of shell casings were located at the crime scene. Lil Jeff was gunned down at just 21 years old, and for his enemies, his death was a cause for celebration.
Jumped out the porch at 18, killed at 21. But we're gonna say this about Lil Bro. He chose the line he wanted, and he went hard. That's all we can say. 18 to 21, went hard. 18, 19, 4 years. So he definitely lived in dog years, for sure. Dog years, for sure.
Hey, okay, he's singing. Fuck you. Hey, Miss Busty, baby. Hey, Miss Busty.
They say they chop that brain.
Hey, twig.
Hey, overpaid. What you want? Can't eat this shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, yo.
I gave you that. Hold on. I gave you that. I gave you that. All right, bet. Pop that right now.
But to so many others like FBG Young, It was a case of a young man striving to be something to the extent that it killed him.
I feel like they die out faster because they just jumping into something, they don't know the steps of it. They just like, okay, jumping in and go off to diss songs and still gotta catch the bus.
So goddamn black. What the fuck wrong with that nigga eye, man?
So still gotta ride and catch the Uber and
yeah.
Stuff like
eye having that nigga. What the fuck wrong with that nigga, man?
like that. So they don't really know like a lot of things can affect you with going that route, especially when you ain't got everything taken care of already. You still a kid. When you first starting off anyway, you still living with your mama. You probably ain't got no money. You gotta take these buses. You fucking with these hoes that fucking with these other people. So it's all stuff could play out. But they not knowing this at the time though.
According to Chiraq experts, the death of Lil Jeff was linked to the attempted setup of a man named Trap City Rob.
You can see on the video somebody outside like talking to their girlfriend or, you know, talking to a person who they just interacted with. And you see him run down and chase the guy in the house. And then you see him flying back off the porch. And then you hear do, 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 do. And the paperwork can say he was hit 19 times in the chest area.
He was shot 19
times. And that's why I think they grabbed Rob for the murder, because it's overkill. It ain't self-defense 19 times. Clearly see on camera that 4 dudes is waiting outside basically to ambush them. Like, I don't think he should be in jail, but in Chicago, they lock up the wrong people. They let out the wrong people, you know, and it's just crazy, man. But Rob, he's still up in there. He's still up in there. He got charged with the murder of Lil Jeff.
Rob was recently picked up for the murder after a witness allegedly placed him at the scene. In a bizarre twist, cops had to use 2 sets of cuffs on Rob's due to his sheer size. But with a lack of solid evidence, he was ultimately released. Rather than boasting about it, he seems more focused on moving forward.
Go ahead, yes.
He told me I don't want to talk.
You don't want to talk?
Yeah. I Trap Rob, what you on, gang?
What you on, gang? You know, shit, we coolin'.
Yeah.
We right here talking.
As for Lil Jeff's fans, they simply saw it as a case of squandering the potential he had. He jumped off the porch at 18, which means he had nothing to do after high school but hang with the wrong crowd, and went hard in the streets to catch up or prove himself. Having a name as an alleged killer and definitely a robber while moving around like that is like having a death wish. But while most normal people saw him as someone who simply squandered his potential and fell victim to the streets, so-called Chiraqologists praised him as a legend.
Is the legions of kids on Reddit who are really like worshiping Lil Jeff for the amount of murders that he was apparently able to.
What is it called? Jeffology?
Yeah, there's a Jeffology.
They have a Jeffology
subreddit.
They're calling him J-Roy, which I was very into that. And one of the most damning things is like this series of emojis that he would put in his captions, in which each different emoji seemed to reference a different person. So like a lot of people have seen this like really traumatic video of basically these 2 high school age kids that got killed in Chicago. It's been alleged that Lil Jeff was the one who took them out.
As for his homies, the world essentially stopped. In a tribute post, Lil Scoom89 couldn't believe what happened to his fallen brother, saying, "I love you. I'ma be with you real soon." A talented rapper in his own right, Scoom had big plans for life beyond the Chi.
Where you want to be at age 33?
Somewhere in Europe in a big ass crib with my wife and kids, so not worrying about shit. My first goal now is get away from him for period point blank. Like, I already don't be in this motherfucker.
Hey man, yeah, that shit was sad when bro got killed too, cause that's, you know, I mean, I ain't gonna say all these niggas with that shit reckless is goddamn Lil Jeff, but it's just the way this shit set up in Chicago, bro. Like, hey man, I don't give a fuck, nigga. If you in Chicago and you done been in the streets for so long, bro, you need to get your ass up out of Chicago. I don't give a fuck if you gotta go to a shelter, nigga, and get a job from a fucking shelter. If you ain't having no motion, nigga, you ain't having no motion. For real, like, shit, get the fuck on, bro. Chief Keef did it, bro. Lil Durk did it. G Herbo did it. Like, these niggas young though, so these niggas like the new ways of Chicago. But man, hell nah, bro. You just gotta learn how to play that shit.
What's the point of living here for? Shit, I wanna have kids, gang. I ain't gonna lie, fuck. I don't get no how tough you is on my dead cousin grave. What a real nigga scared of, death and fucking jail. My cousin grave, don't let no nigga tell you they not scared of that shit.
But tragically, Scoom wouldn't get a chance to achieve any of that. Instead, he barely lasted a month before he was ambushed and murdered while simply trying to get a haircut. And with that, Chicago Drill was relieved of two of its biggest prospects for the future, leaving a glaring hole in the scene.
I feel like if they had some real
I ain't seen this nigga in a good little minute. This nigga FBG Butter, bro.
guys in their life, like motherfuckers who's really standing on them high. Motherfuckers be standing on me and how I stand on my artists. And I feel like Lil Jeff and Lil Scoom, them little niggas they was something to work with. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, they the new generation.
But by the sounds of it, all that despair hasn't stopped 079 Bloodhound from staying active. According to Traplo Ross, their homie and fellow rapper Q50 has recently picked up where Jeff left off. He also argues that if Jeff
He's still out here taking shit. For real.
survived, he would almost certainly be behind bars by now.
You know, Q50's still out here. He got arrested for a little period of time, but he got let back out, and he's just out here, you know, navigating the streets supposedly with 8 bodies. I don't know how he's not in jail. It's actually kind of baffling, this whole situation. I think if Jeff was here, he would definitely be in jail, facing really serious charges for a number of bodies that he'd allegedly committed and claimed. Those guys made it really obvious for everyone, you know.
In a rare interview, Q50, who spent time behind bars for firearm possession, insisted that he's still pushing on for his brothers in every way.
Okay, how did Lil Jeff and Scoom impact your life?
Alright, so I ain't gonna lie. When I lost my big brother, I ain't gonna lie, that shit, I'm gonna keep this shit a buck. Cause I ain't no more, you know, I ain't no lying ass nigga. That shit hurt me. That's my big brother, it's my everyday nigga. This, we the same nigga, we the same brain. We think like, you know what I'm saying? We do everything together. This, when I'm downstairs sleep, this who coming downstairs, he don't get no fuck if I got a hoe in the bed. He gonna come downstairs and wake me up just cause that's my big brother. Can't no any nigga just do that.
Already reeling from the passing of Jeff, he claimed in a moment of real vulnerability that the death of Scoom was the last straw where he was taken away.
Lil Scoom, that was my heart. Cause Lil Bro, the thing y'all don't know about Lil Bro, he had a sweet soul. Lil Bro always smiling. He bring the smile out of me, you know?
Yeah. Like, so bro, saying like he wasn't really with that shit all the way like they, you know. Yeah, rest in peace to Lil Scoom, for real.
When my little brother died, and it was a month after, I took that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I had to take a minute, like, you know what I'm saying? My big brothers, they had ended up just putting me where, like, not no hospital, nothing. They just put me in a different spot so I could get my mind straight and don't move off promotion.
Later, he revealed that the loss of Philly's YBC Duel affected him as well.
He doing this shit genuinely. He didn't want to fade out of nothing. Folks, I ain't like, we barely, when me and Duel get on the phone, we barely even talk about music. It's about how I'm doing right now.
That's fire.
How I'm holding up. If I need anything, don't let my nigga.
In a surreal moment which depicts where we're at with drill, YBC Duel was also a collaborator of Lil Jeff and Scooms on the track.
All 3 of them niggas dead. All 3 of them out of here. That shit wicked, bro. All 3 of them niggas dead.
Long live Jeffrey Dahmer. Now 7 months on from those visuals going live on YouTube, every single one of these artists has passed on. With the story of Lil Jeff, you see where the worlds of rap and the streets get far too entangled. These days, the more real life dirt you've done, the more it boosts your career. And for Chicago OGs like Tay Savage, who can see how much havoc it's wreaking, hip-hop needs to move on from that era of IG live taunting and dead op dissing.
That's telling. That's motherfucker always talking about telling, that's telling.
Like,
try snitching, you telling on yourself.
But it's not really, okay.
You selling your soul, trying to hope a label gonna catch you or something. Like, alright, now it's cool, like, okay, I can get you probably, like you say, it's art. So I can get you maybe, alright, it's this little stigma right here, let me play on that. But when you talking about real work and you saying like shit that's open, I'm talking about like shit that, come on bro. I get you need some type, like a certain type of image to be the type of rapper that trying to be or whatever, but that's telling. You doing all that police shit, all that, that's telling. But when you just on that just straight out, oh yeah, we did that, we smoke, cause yeah, nah, that shit goofy, I ain't gonna lie.
Because when that becomes commonplace, it'll no longer yield the same kind of star-making quality. And so, they'll always have to up the ante, and that is a terrifying thought.
And there's gonna be another that's gonna wanna beat Lil Jeff.
Yeah.
So he gonna be like, okay, damn, Lil Jeff snorted that on there, what can I do? Shit, I'm gonna throw somebody off a bridge on live.
Despite how Reddit portrays him, he wasn't just some video game character. He was a real, albeit dangerous person, and to friends like JB Bin Laden, his loss was deeply felt.
When did you meet Lil Jeff?
I really like his big brother. That's one of my best friends for real. I know him since he was like really like 6, 7.
What's he like growing up as a kid?
Post a badass little kid for real. He's a sneaky badass little kid, you know, bro. He'd be like a sneaky bad. Everything he did for real, he excelled in that shit.
You got funny Lil Jeff stories?
This one when he was a little kid. Back then we used to have little socks and shit, you know, bro was a hooper too. Put his socks on, the little hoopers, elite little Nike socks. Them bitches was there. He'd be mad as hell, face red as hell.
Yeah, that's some real little brother shit.
Long live Lil Jeff, man. Long live Schoon, man. Long live LA, man. Free for now, man. Fuck the ops.
And unfortunately, the war that took his life and countless others shows no signs of slowing down. Recently, JB Bin Laden and his crew barely survived an ambush at a recording studio, an attack that happened while they were being filmed for a documentary by Brandon Buckingham.
These are the final moments I filmed before we exited the recording studio, and were met by 6 masked gunmen who emptied over 60 rounds at us at close range, injuring 4 people.
The shooting happened right outside of Studios. As a matter of fact, I want you to come take a look at this. One of the bullets pierced this door, and that's not the only one. We found a shell casing on the sidewalk, the same sidewalk where 4 men were shot.
And in the process, a cameraman was struck in the jugular with a bullet, narrowly escaping.
Well, there's blood all over me. Did I get hit?
I've been shot,
Where's that my hand?
I've been shot,
Did I get hit?
Oh, bro, I got hit,
Oh, fuck.
bro.
Did I get hit? Did I get hit? Oh, I got hit.
With promises of new posthumous music from Bloodhound Lil Jeff in the works, it's clear that his legacy will live on. But he could have been so much more. Not to mention that if he never got caught up in this life, as many as 11 others might still be alive too. Stop the violence. It's your boy Luesta, and if you guys want to see more videos about the dark side of hip-hop, you can click one of the videos on the screen.
Shout out Luesta, man. Alright, man, it's your boy Tuesday, man. Real Tuesday, man. Appreciate y'all for checking in. Smash that like, smash that subscribe, man. Finish that bell, and I'll be back at y'all with another one tomorrow. The day after that. The day after that. Cause we going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, we bitch like content, man. So smash that subscribe, man. I'm gone. Niggas like these bitches, they be hit or miss. If it weren't for me, they would've been quick. But you can't fuck with pigs, he ain't doing this. Niggas running circles, they ain't doing shit. Thinking that you know me wanna talk down. 1 step, 2 step, crocodile. This ain't really a trap, on shit pop style. But if a nigga step, he get knocked down.